is Happening with Allison B.
Hi, it's Allison B here, and welcome to my 11th episode of What is Happening, which is a video talk show on sharing ideas on how to make a better you and me. Today's episode title is called Little Black Dress. The episode is going to include my special guests, Alanna and Leigh, all kinds of party planning ideas, navigating myasthenia gravis, and some of my must-haves. I wanted to remind you that on November 9th is Cappuccino Day. And one of my must-haves this month is a little frother that makes a very special coffee super easy. So let's watch this little snippet on how that you can make a cappuccino. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make your cappuccino. So you have your little cup of coffee. And then I bought this little frother online from Amazon. It's less than $10, so it's amazing. And you just put your milk, whatever kind of milk you want, into your glass that you're gonna froth. And then you just put this frother in. And you just, the more you keep it in there, the more it's gonna froth. And then you just kind of scoop it into the top of your coffee cup, like that. So there's your cappuccino. Now if you want to go to the next level and do like a little art design, I got this for $5 at a little store, and it came with these little stencils. So you just lay your stencil on, and I got some cinnamon, and I'm just gonna kind of put that over that. Oh, it went in the little hole, so that's not good. And then, there you go. You got your cappuccino. Ta-da! It's time for coffee chat, and I'd like to welcome my first guest, Alanna. Hi, Alanna.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Long weekend, but good.
Yes, I'm glad you made time to
Always.
do this because I know you were super busy.
Go Timbers.
So, yep. You had a big event last night, so yeah.
I did do that. It was fun. Speaking of events, that's my life, I guess.
That is your
right?
life. Yep. So I want to share how I know you. And it started when Scott and I moved here from, well, we actually did a little detour from Alabama, and at church.
I did not know that you lived in Alabama. Wow.
Yeah, it was Wisconsin to Alabama, and then we moved out here.
Okay.
And so I met your mom and dad at church.
Yeah.
And another couple, Leigh and Tracy, and Leigh will be on later during the show.
Was that First Baptist or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, First Baptist. Yep. And then there was another lady named Sharon who kind of got us all together, and we just were both transplants. So at each holiday we would get together, Christmas and Easter, and then your mom's from Kentucky, so we would have the Kentucky Derby party. And then we all started having kids around the same age. So she had two. So then that's how we met you, because you were the firstborn for the Giraldi family.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jordan and I are essentially, 13 months apart or something like that? So.
Yeah, it kind of went boom, boom. I mean, everyone just kind of went right in order.
Because Connor's almost a year after me, and then Grant's in May as well. So, wow. I never conceptualized that until this moment.
Yeah. So with the podcast, we always start with a favorite mug that we want to share. So I'm going to have you go first.
So I am a big Star Wars fan, and that was definitely from my filmmaker grandpa for sure. But I brought my little Be Fierce mug because I don't know why I chose the Be Fierce one, but I just liked how little baby Yoda was just waving.
Oh, that is super cute. I love the baby Yoda.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if it's baby Yoda or if it's real Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Like, real Yoda. The actual Yoda, if it's Grogu or if it's Yoda. But anyway, so I like these. I also like the clear glass mugs. I'm a big fan of the clear glass ones. I have a couple from Nespresso. My stepmom, she got like a couple like clear glass Nespresso ones. So that was... like I kind of started with those and then got to this, but I can't. The only thing about this one is I can't put it in the dishwasher, and I know that sounds horrible, but like
that's a little bummer.
I'm just a little lazy, and I like being able to put this in the dishwasher. But anyway,
well, there you go. Okay, so I was trying to find a fall one, and I found this pumpkin one. It's big. I love that. Because I really wanted to love the seasons, the different seasons. I'm not like one in particular? Do you have a favorite season?
Oh, I mean, fall, I think I love fall for like the weather and the colors and things like that. But I also love Christmas. I mean, you knew who my mom was. So, my mom, I still have, I think, 3 or 4 boxes of those Christmas decorations that used to go into our house. So I like fall as a season, but I like the time of year would probably be Christmas time.
Right. Yeah. And I love the things in fall, the same thing, the colors and the getting just colder, the colder climate, and I liked starting it off with Halloween with the kids and the trick-or-treaters, and then I love all the holidays. So
did we ever do
really
a Halloween cost like with the kids, us all together? Did we do ever?
Oh
ever
yes,
do that?
I think I have a good picture of you. Like,
oh no,
if you guys were all like, I think Jordan was Batman and you were.
Oh
I don't know. I think it was something like that.
I do remember being Robin a lot. So
because we had a little play group, so we have tons of little pictures of all of that. Yeah,
we do have that.
Yeah. So I wanted you to be my guest because when I was back in the hospital a year and a half ago, I just had like all these visions come to me and all these things I wanted to do and thought I could pull everything off by myself. And one of them was I wanted to have a really big party. And I thought, oh, my birthday would work because I'm turning 60. And Scott and I always wanted to be able to hire a band and just do like dancing and all our friends could be there. And so it just kind of thought, oh, we can meld all of this together. And I wanted all the foods that I like because I want to have a caterer bring something in. I'm like, yes. So I just started making lists of all of these things and my decorations. I had, that vision in my mind. So kind of started with that. And then when it got a little closer, I started to feel overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, I can't pull this off by myself. And then I'm like, how do I even do the food? Because I need to go back and get my dress on. And I'm just like panicking. And then I don't even know how this all came about. I don't really remember.
I think it was Grant's. I think it was Grant's wedding.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, because it was Grant's wedding. I knew that you were going to be there, and I knew that like people from our lives were going to be there. So you had mentioned it, and I think when I moved back here, I didn't really like publicize kind of the industry that I got into, and how I finally got into like F&B management and event management. So I think that was the first time that I was like, oh, this is what I do for a living, and like fun, and so we kind of talked through that a little bit. I don't think there ever was a career path besides that, if I'm thinking about it, because I mean, Lita was very much the event planner. So I think that's where it started. I remember talking to you about your birthday and that sort of thing, because I knew you were turning 60, because you guys are all my parents and everyone are kind of all the same age. So I did know that it was coming up, and I've always known when your birthday is, because my mom, every year we'd go out shopping for the things together, baskets that you had made or whatever. So yeah, I think that was it. And I remember you talking about it and kind of being like, okay, we can pull this off, but you do need a little bit of help. Like we can definitely can definitely do it, but I don't want you to be doing that on your own. Cause you're right. Trying to set everything up and then also going and getting ready.
Right.
Cause you want to look nice for it's your 60th birthday. You want to like take the time.
Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was then because I remember your dress. That's why, because I wanted everything to be, black dress, and you had the prettiest black dress on at that wedding, and I'm like, oh, and you look great, and I'm like, I want this to show up to my party.
I should have worn that. If I had done that your party over again, I would have worn that dress to your party. I should have worn that one.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah,
so
fun.
Yeah, so that was perfect with your background and being a close friend, and so we got together and kind of mapped out the duties, and that was kind of fun. So on my end, it all started when I found this invitation on Canva. And I was Canva. Like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Because I just envisioned everyone wearing black dress.
Yes.
And then I said you needed a little splash of bling.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. I was wearing pearls at the wedding. Okay. And so you were like, I want black with the pearls or something.
Yeah. With the little bling. So that's kind of how it all started. And I would show everyone my invitation. And then, so the first thing was to find a venue. Well, that just kind of fell in my lap as well.
You have a lot of friends, so you needed a big venue. That's for sure.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping or planning for 100.
Okay.
So it needed to be a nice big place. And I was kind of like, the band was kind of expensive, so I don't have a lot for a venue place. But it all worked out because my neighbor has moved, and she has, I don't know, what would you call that building? Shed?
No,
Like a
I
big
mean
shed? No.
shed implies that it was small. I would say a barn probably, but like a finished, but like almost, but not like a wooden barn, but like like the metal kind of. I don't know.
Yeah,
'Cause
I know
shed
she's
implies
got
that
a
it was tiny.
pickleball court in there now.
She does. She does have that. Well, because remember they were finishing painting it when we went and
Yes, we
toured
kind of
it.
had to walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
And they were kind of panicked that we were going to step in the.
Yeah.
But I get it.
and it was a big area, and we're like, okay, we can make this work. And so,
Well, not only that, but she had a lot of land for parking and
it
like
was perfect.
cars too. So
Yes,
it's perfect.
Yes. So I made myself this little vision board and started pinning or putting, screenshotting and putting them all in there of all the things I wanted. So of course wanted balloons. And so I actually got these on Temu. There were these little kits, and they had.
You got those on Temu?
Temu was my place to go for this party. So
Shout out
I wasn't
Temu.
out in the public, so I could just sit there and just order online. And I got this balloon arch, and you're like, oh, my friend Shauna can help with that because she's a wedding planner.
She's gonna kill me because I volunteered her for that.
I know.
Thinking that I had thought that she had done those before.
Oh.
She never did.
Oh. Okay.
That was her first time setting one up, and I had totally volunteered her, thinking that she works for a company. I think it's called Blissful Bridal or something along those lines. Okay, but she does, and then she has her own event planning company. Shout out Shauna Kitchen if anyone's getting married.
Nice.
But she's also just like that person that's gonna do it. She's like, I'm gonna get it. I will do whatever. So yeah, so
she was great. Yeah, and
she popped 3, but it did fine.
These they were great, except I'm going to recommend not getting the ones with the confetti in it, because when they pop, that confetti goes everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
and I remember
we kind of were like, no more confetti balloons. They're beautiful, they're fun, but no.
Jordan and I were trying to sweep that up at the end of the night, and I was looking at him like, why?
And then these dishes were from Temu. They were amazing.
Yes.
They're throwaway, but they're so nice. Like, someone could have saved them and washed them and used them again. That was really good quality.
One of my best friends does that with those types of plates. She'll just reuse them.
I know. Yeah. So they were wonderful. Kind of with the cake, I just wanted something simple, white. And then I bought that little sparkly little 60 little topper.
I did love that topper. It was really cute.
I know. I'm like, oh, I got to have that. And then I'm thinking.
We almost lost it. Like it was in one of the bags, and we were like,
sure.
And then all of a sudden we were like, where'd it go?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like your 2 friends that were helping as well. I was like, where did you put that topper?
Yeah.
We found it.
Because we just dropped everything off, and you were like, good luck.
I was like, I got this. We're great. And then I'm like, oh, good Lord.
Yeah. So then we went away. So it was a big surprise when I came back in. And then I wanted to give a little party favor. So I found these cute little things on Temu as well. These little fake little.
Still have it.
Bling. I know, and I love mine. And then it came in that little black bag.
Yes.
So that was really, really fun too. Dresses. I kind of picked Temu. These are like $20 dresses.
You found the dress on Temu too? Oh my.
Yeah, this
Lanta.
This one I didn't go with. It ended up gaining a little bit more weight, and plus it's a little more revealing. So I did end up liking this one, hoping that this would work that night. Kind of was wait till the last minute to see which one I did choose, and then I bought the little bling purse.
The little purse, yes,
just so I can have my phone if I want to take photos.
Yes,
so,
little bling purse. Because you had also too, you had like a really nice necklace that you did, I think.
Yeah, I found,
right?
Yeah, and I have a necklace. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you had like I think I recognized a couple of, right? You had some like bracelets.
Oh, I'm sure do. I don't really remember, but I do remember like a friend came in and stayed with us, and she goes, I have bling, and it's this big old bag, and she
just like so bling.
Yes, she brought every little piece. I'm surprised she even made it through the airport with all that. It was crazy.
I know. They probably have something in there that checks like, are these real?
Yeah,
like,
I want to come to that party.
Yeah, right. Shoot.
Yeah,
security.
And flowers. Just wanted something simple. The white flowers, and then my friend Judy says, I'll make your flowers, all of them for you, and she did amazing.
Oh, she did a really good job.
They were
with those.
Oh, gorgeous. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So everyone just.
And let's not forget the big photo right in the beginning with the balloons behind it. That was. We were like, where do we put her face? Like, it was so funny. Your son and I were just like, where do we put her face?
Yeah.
Like, where do we put this?
Yeah, that was a shock. Going like, with the little cowboy hat.
Yeah,
it was super
cute though. It was a cute photo.
I enjoyed it, and I kept it. So I really
good.
like that. Yeah. And then food, I'm, like I said, I had all my favorite things, and I'm thinking this is kind of back when those, I don't even know what you call them.
Grazing tables, yeah.
Grazing tables were in my mind, I thought, well, I have all these white dishes. Let's elevate some things and have some on the table.
Yeah.
and kind of had a list of what I wanted to go with. And
well, and I had just done an event for the Timbers that did a like 8-foot grazing board.
Perfect.
So I remember when you were like, "Oh, grazing board," I was like, "Oh,
oh yeah,
I got that."
Like, I said, I gotcha. Yeah,
I got this. Like, and
yep.
ironically, we just did one 2 weeks ago for Nike for a big event for Nike, and that one was 10 feet long.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. Yep. And then I was thinking, oh, I want white twinkle lights everywhere. So it took a while to kind of blacken out their windows or to cover some stuff up because they do have like a big tool area.
Yeah.
And
they had the drape there, I think, right? That they were able to put up. Like they had
they
pole.
draped all their closet areas. It was amazing. So, but here's the thing about the twinkle lights. This was just like, it'll give you chills. Like I had this whole bag. I love garage sales. So I had gotten all these little, way before this party. It was for a different party. I just collect them because I'm like, you never know when you need white lights. And so I had gotten them from a garage sale. And then we had gone earlier at this venue and kind of said, how do you even hang them?
Yeah.
And that was over my head. So our friends figured that out. I think we went the day before and started putting things up.
Yeah.
There was an exact enough amount of those white lights.
Wow.
Exact. It was crazy.
I didn't really, wow.
So that was really cool. Yeah. So, okay. So that was my vision. We'll see with the help of Alanna. Let's see how it all pulled off.
I didn't do too much. I really just did the food and the balloon arch, but it was, I mean, that venue really helped, like being able to, and they had the round tables and chairs.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So Julie, my neighbor had those. So this is my family in front of the photo arch, and I did go with that one black dress, and here's the little
okay, that's
necklace, and I don't know what I had on my arms, and I got a little birthday tiara that was cute.
Was cute.
Yep. So here's the balloon arch where we did like a little fun photo booth.
Yes, that was fun.
And then the tables with the white tablecloths and the white chairs, love that. And then it looked really nice when they kind of dimmed the lights a little bit, so the white lights would come up.
Yeah, and it also felt like less, like not in a bad way, but just like you weren't in this like big massive space. It felt more intimate when they put the lights down, for sure.
Right. Yeah, it was just perfect. And there's another picture of that.
Having those tables and chairs was just huge.
Huge.
Can you imagine renting those?
No.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how much it would have cost to rent those. Like, it's insane.
Everything just kind of fell together, and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the grazing.
Well, first of all, I loved her. Like
Judy.
Yes. Judy was a riot, and I loved her.
Yeah.
Well, you all came with the platters and stuff, so it was pretty easy to get it on items, for lack of a better word. Not problem, but the thing when you're making a grazing table like this is like the flow of it is like how, because no matter what, you're still having 100 people that are going to come take this and like get food and things like that. So you have to, I think that's why I put like dip and all that stuff kind of in the beginning, because then the things that, and obviously when you have a party like this, you have to think about how much more you have. Like at my property, we can pretty much do whatever because we have a kitchen that'll fire off more stuff. So if you run out of like the meats and the cheeses and all that and the really good stuff that, you know, everyone wants, then you're just kind of like, well, hopefully everyone got some. Right. So that's why I put what I did in the beginning, and then it flowed down to what was in that crock pot again that you all made?
Yeah, I think it was tri-tip, right?
Was it tri-tip?
Tri-tip sandwiches?
It was, yes, I think so. And good Lord Almighty, that was so good. Those were so good. And I knew it. I was like, those are going to be so good. So that's why I shoved those down at the end. Because I was like, okay, if we run out of tri-tip, people are going to riot. But if we run out of vegetables, I think people are going to be okay. So, and then it was with Judy was the one that did your flowers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she also brought some really fun greenery for the table as well. Okay. So we were able to kind of weave like greenery, and it was like,
let's see if I have another picture of that where that's
the herbs there. Yeah, so we were able, like, she had literally huge stalks of rosemary and stuff that we were able to just weave in there. So not only did it smell good, but it looked really good, and then it was fun to just kind of like put all that out. I remember Shauna and Jordan both tried to help me, and I was just like, back off, like I got this, I got a vision. So it was fun. But I did like how I think it's that the grapes and stuff were elevated, and you have always had really good like platters and serving trevettes, things like that, and I loved what you guys brought. So it did, I will say, I am spoiled at my job because I do front of house management. I did not conceptualize how long that would take. I think I budgeted myself like 30 minutes to get all that done. It took at least an hour and 15,
for sure. Yeah.
an hour and 15 probably.
Yeah.
So I didn't budget that stuff. There's a picture with me, Laura, and Jordan where you can tell that I just very quickly got myself ready and stuff because I was like, I did not conceptualize how long that was going to take.
Right. And I know my friend sent a bunch of Wisconsin cheeses, so that was super fun to kind of put them out.
Oh my God.
Yep.
The only thing, if I had to do it over again, truly would, because I still, shout out to my boss letting me steal some stuff from work, would have been those these little cheese picks that we have. They're little chalk cheese picks.
Okay.
I think you guys did, we put like the labels of the cheeses next to them, like we saved the label, but that would be the only thing that I think I would change next time.
And I have all that too, because I love entertaining too. I just didn't even think to bring those, I guess. So
yeah.
So food was amazing, and people just kind of went when they wanted to. That's what we wanted. We didn't want to have a sit down dinner and that type of thing. And then the cake table, oh my gosh, that turned out great too.
Oh my God, I forgot I brought the treat yourself sign.
Yeah. And then, I got this Costco cake because I thought that's good enough for me with the right. And then my friend Arlene's like surprised me with this flower cake over
that
here.
One was
and
really
it was gorgeous, but it was almost so pretty. No one cut into it or ate it.
Oh no, no! I looked at Shauna because we were standing there while you, Scott, were making your speech because we were going to start cutting the cake and like light the candle so that you could walk over. So that, I mean, we did. We ended up doing that. But I was like, "Do we cut that cute cake?" And she was like, "I'm not cutting that cute cake."
Yeah, I'm not cutting it.
She's like, "I'm not doing that." And I was like, "Well, I'm not doing it." And she's like, "You're the only one who can. This is your friends." I was like, no. So we just decided not to.
Well, it ended up because then we kind of had another little get together because my family had all come in, and a lot of people from out of state came in, which was great.
It was cute to see some people because they were like, "You're Alanna, right?" I was like, "Yeah, hi." So that was a lot of fun.
So then we enjoyed that cake the next night. So we did cut it together and we did use it. I mean, it was delicious. So, and then this was amazing. Judy also made this.
Flowers were so pretty.
So I'm always joking about Dom Perignon. Like if someone's gonna like, oh, I'll buy you a drink, and I'll be, oh, can I have the Dom Perignon? I
have Bob has 2 bottles for my wedding that Lita bought when I was born.
Oh.
So they're like 1990, or not when I was born. I think they're like 99 vintage or something like that. And so I'll let you know when we crack that open when that day eventually.
Yeah, I'll be there.
When that day eventually comes. I need this, my guy.
Yes. So that was fun. So I gave her that one of our bottles. I think we actually got that in France, and she put the flowers in there. So, and I'll have a little video later on in the podcast on how to do this because it was so pretty and.
It was very, very cute. I mean, you always like anybody, including myself, people who say, I can do that. There's always a little bit of like fear, I think, because you're like, okay, are you going to be able to do it? Like, are you going to be able to? And when she said, I can do the flowers, I was like, okay. And then she shows up and I'm like, I stand corrected. Like, these are amazing. Oh my Lord.
I know. So professional. Oh,
so professional.
So
oh my gosh.
And it was fun. And even bringing them all home and just putting them all over the house and you can enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Did she get those from her garden? Like the roses and everything?
No,
from her
I
garden?
think she
just went to like
has a way to get them.
Did you think you could buy bulk orders from Costco of flowers? I just found that out like a couple weeks ago.
Maybe she does that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to tell her that.
Yeah, bulk orders from Costco. Apparently that's what a lot of brides are doing now.
Okay, yeah. And we did our dancing.
Yes.
So that was fun. So
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I never heard of that band before, so
okay. Yeah.
They were a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I would say, hey, we nailed it. You nailed it. And I'm so thankful because that was a huge weight. Like I said, there's no way I could have ever pulled that off without you taking that part.
You could ask me for a kidney, Allison, and I'd be like, sure, like, sure. Yeah, I got you. It might be a little infected, but I got you. No, I think that the fun thing about that too was not that I don't enjoy doing events for clients, and like people that I don't really know. There is some nicety to that, but I think doing something for someone that means something to you is really, really a lot of fun, and it really, means a lot because I knew everyone in that room. Mm-hmm. So it was nice to do something for someone that I care about, and obviously who cared about me and my family for years and still does.
Right. So because we're like family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any like tips if someone isn't on 60 milligrams of prednisone that are starting to plan a party? Because I did find this little outline of what you can do to start. So it's just basically, I'll put this up here. You start with their vision. I think I had a clear vision, pulled that off, planning ahead, sticking to the budget. Might have gone over a little bit. Having some checklists, food and drinks, the mood, the music. We had I like the photo booth because that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And scheduled it. We kind of had set times when
We
we were
did,
going to start everything. And here's the number one, delegation, because everyone pulled through. It's hard to do.
Well, and there's a reason that's the number one. Truly, I've got a friend right now who is getting married, and she's someone who can like come up with the vision, but it took her a little while to figure out how to execute it. She's like, I like these colors and I like this type of venue and stuff. So I think if you find people like exactly what you did to help with it and like bring it to what it's supposed to be. I think that's the biggest advice I could give would be to get someone who can help you with it. Like if you don't know what you're doing, admit it and just get someone to help with it, help you. And then the other one, everyone goes over budget. I don't know if everyone does. I think it's just you kind of you decide what's most important to you. Like when Sean and I will meet with clients for weddings, we just ask them what's the most important to them.
Yeah.
And
okay.
like, and sometimes a client will say like, oh, people visiting, that's the most important. Then we're like, okay, we're going to spend a little more money on the food and the venue because they're coming out. Oh, the memories are important. Okay, we're going to spend a little bit more money on the photographer and the videographer because if memories are important to you, let's pay for something that's like, I think Shauna had a client once that was like, oh, like that everything looks pretty. And so we were like, okay, well, we're putting like little money towards like, the videographer and so it's just really just figuring out what was important. And I think a big one for you was that you had the time to like enjoy the moment and be totally present. Yeah. And so that was, I think when we were talking about it, I was like, okay, this is where I can be helpful. Even though I may not be the best at what I do, I can at least be hands and help, you know what I mean? So that you're not putting anything together. You can just show up and enjoy.
Yeah. And I didn't have to worry about like the other friends, like having to see, we're running out of this food. I have to replenish this, or where do I get this? And so that worked out. And then we had several days where I had my friends over that we made the pasta salad, or we would make cut up all the cheeses, and it was all the vegetables. We would just assembly line. So that was a big group.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was fun for you too. Yeah. Just having everyone around you that obviously cared about you and your birthday.
Yeah. So. All right, so it was a happy 60th then. So
I still can't believe that y'all are 60. I'll still look at you and Scott and my dad, and I'm like, I hope I look that good when I'm in my 60s, because right now you guys look very similar to this age, and I'm like, what did you guys eat and drink when you were younger, and like, how do we do that moving forward?
A lot of grits. No.
Those cheesy potatoes.
Yeah. Whatever you do it is so. Anyway.
We had a lot of
all right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
It was really fun. Thank you. Well, my next guest is Leigh. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Allison.
So you're joining us from Alabama?
Yes, from Birmingham.
Yep. So I mentioned earlier that there were several couples that became friends when we all moved here out to Oregon about over 34 years now. And we raised our children together, and now we're raising our grandchildren. And you have 4 little ones?
I do. Yes, 2 new ones.
That's right.
Really fun.
Yeah. And you also have a cute little grandparent name. Do you want to share your name you chose?
And I did inadvertently choose it. My grandmother name is Mops, and my husband is Pops. And that came about, they really wanted, my son and his wife really wanted my husband to be Pops. But nobody could come up with a name for me. And I was literally mopping the floor one day and said, oh, Mops, that rhymes with Pops. And so it kind of stuck. I was kind of joking, but it stuck.
Yeah, super cute. So I wanted you to come on today and share about how you make these wonderful little, I'm going to call them memory books. So you presented this lovely book to me at my my birthday party, and it's such a treasure. So I kind of just want to share your process, because I think this is such a meaningful, full gift. And you started with like a little note to me, which was really special. And then I'm just going to have you go through and I can kind of share part of it too as you're talking. Does that work?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, great. So how did you come up? Tell me about your process of gathering this book.
Okay. When y'all told me that you were going to have a party and everything, I knew I wanted to do something. And a lot of times I'll do slideshows with kind of, you know, through the decades and everything with music. But I just really wanted to kind of do a book for you. You have a lot of books all over your house. The ones Facebook makes you some every year. And so I just figured that would be something that you could keep more so than a slideshow. So Scott was wonderful through the whole process, and he gave me the guest list. It had just over 50 numbers. Couples, were together and everything, and so I just put together a text, and I texted everybody individually. And Allison, I literally started receiving pictures within minutes of sending the text out. It was crazy. And I got over 500 pictures from the people, and just it's a testament to your friends, what good friends you have.
Yeah. So, so they all submitted pictures, and you kind of put them together. And so I'm just going to share some of these because it's just amazing. Like, you got it from my family, my sons, my mom, my siblings, and then you got friends from years ago and friends now that all submitted. And it just kind of, some of them put little notes with it. And then here's Alanna. She was on earlier, and I wanted to share that black dress because I just thought it was so special with Emma and Grant and Bob. And then here's Lita, the mom, which we miss so much. That
we do miss her.
But yeah, she would have loved the party in this book. And so just kind of goes through my whole life. And then people would sign the back of it at the party as well. So that was just really cool, and something that we can keep. But you've also done, you helped with the party because you had pictures on the table. This was all a surprise too. I didn't know anything about this. And you had pictures on the tables, and then you had the big, I don't know, like with cowboy hat, a big poster made, and so that was on the welcome table.
I do kind of have a picture problem. I think everything, balloons and pictures are kind of the two things I do to decorate for any occasion, really. So that's just kind of makes it easy for me. I don't have to think of much else other than that.
Yeah, and do you have like a go-to place where you get these books kind of bound and made? Or
I do most of mine on Shutterfly.
Shutterfly. Okay.
Just because that's where I have always uploaded my pictures to have prints made or enlargements, and done some Christmas cards on Shutterfly. So since all my accounts there, all my pictures were there, it just made it easy for me to use them. I have received some as gifts. Some cards. Here's one. It's from Walgreens that a cousin of Tracy's made about with pictures from a trip when they came out here, and it's beautiful. And she did it through Walgreens. Mixed Books is another one. That's good. So there's so many out there now. Shutterfly, I think, was kind of one of the first ones. So
yeah. And I think these books are great, like the ones you were just sharing of like vacations or special memories, because once we went digital and we're not using like a real camera anymore, like people aren't printing pictures. And so they're kind of up in that cloud, and you kind of get, you kind of forget about them. But that's why these books, the Facebook books or those Walgreen books, are so great, because that's just way you can compile them and keep them instead of just doing actual photo albums. It's kind of really
And I
changed.
agree with everything you just said. I did not go digital very well. I just let them sit there thinking they'd be there forever, but then you have computer crashes. You put them to a disk, but then you get a new computer that doesn't support that disk. I mean, I have lost pictures all along the way since we went
Yes.
digital. And so that's one thing that I do wish I would have had more of a plan when we went from prints to digital. But I'm trying to recover, and thank goodness there's screenshots and scans for when you do find pictures in a frame or from at a relative's house where you can kind of recreate that
Mhm.
now. So you mentioned vacations. I do have a few of these books that were from vacation. Here's one that it got chewed by my daughter's dog a little bit, so excuse that. But at my daughter's wedding, she had her table markers were pictures of Laura and her now husband. Table one, they were 1 years old. Table two,
Yeah,
the
I remember
pictures were
that.
two.
Yeah.
So I just put a little book together. There they were at the rehearsal dinner, and then I just took all the
Oh,
pictures
yeah.
of the
Oh,
tables, one, two, and that's all that's in this book. It goes up
that's
to
great.
they were only 23 and they had more tables than that. So I just found like when they both graduated from college, just did some extra ones of them
Oh, that's
later
awesome.
since they weren't quite old enough. And then a picture at the end of them after their wedding. So I don't know. I like them because you can just take a whole pile of pictures,
Yep.
turn them into this one book, and then you don't have to worry about you know, keeping up with albums or anything like that.
Yeah.
Your friends, I will have to say, were just wonderful. Your friend Debbie and Jane, your sister-in-law Janet,
Mm.
Sherry, another one of your friends from
Mhm.
kind of a different friend group. I would they would send pictures and I was clueless because originally I told Tracy, my husband, because he kind of has to live when I have these big projects. He has to kind of live them
Right,
also for a
right.
while, and that can get annoying, I think, sometimes. So I told him, I'm like, you don't have to worry. I'm just whatever pictures come in, I'm just going to put them in, and that's the order they're going to be. And so,
Mm.
it'll kind of be random, and she'll be like 25 and a baby on the same page, and it'll be really kind of fun looking through. Well, that didn't last long because I just all of a sudden I just wanted to put like all your high school ones together and
Yeah.
kind of make it.
It's very chronological, yeah. So it's pretty
But
amazing.
that can be a challenge. Like nobody had a baby picture of you. So the earliest one you were born in November, correct?
Hmm.
And the earliest picture of you that anybody could send me was Easter. So um, Scott somehow got a picture of your birth certificate. So I just put the Easter picture in there with your mom and scanned your birth certificate and kind of like did a map of Kentucky or something just to kind of, so that would be your birth, even though it really wasn't. So sometimes I get frozen because I can't make it like I want. But I think that's important to remember. Just go with what you have and do the best you can do with it. So,
Yeah. So this is some great great ideas for people to use to honor someone or to for gift ideas. So thank you for sharing all of that,
okay.
and thanks for coming
Well,
on.
thank you so much for having me. You're such a dear friend. And I will say that making that book just, I learned even more about you. And I learned that you have been the friend that I know and the friend that I have. You have been that to so many people throughout your life and every life that you've touched. It's been very meaningful for all of us. So, anyway, it was kind of fun for me to do that and meet more of your family and friends and just learn more about you and Scott.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That's special. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Allison, so much.
Okay. Yeah. Bye. So I wanted to give you my myasthenia gravis update. which is my autoimmune disorder that I've been dealing with a, I don't know, relapse that's come back a year and a half ago. And so I have been approved for a new drug. It's called Ultomiris, so I'm hoping that they will schedule that soon so I can get it will be infusions, and I get a first infusion as a loading dose through an IV, and then I go back, I think, after a week for another infusion, and then it's every 2 months that I go in. So I think schedule-wise, it's going to be so much better for me. And I'm hoping that it takes care of all my symptoms. So here's to that, even though my voice has been better this last week. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But anyways, that's my update there. And when I was trying to choose my Bible verse for this month, I didn't really need to, because a friend had sent me through Facebook or Instagram or something, a little, one of those little messages. And I just loved it so much. So I'm going to share that with you. And it's just about how God promises us and how they come true, his promises. And even if we don't understand what's going on in our life, we need to just say, hey, it's in God's hands, and trust in him. So here's some special little Bible verses that has been put together in a nice little grouping.
Gone by day and gone by night. It's not an easy road that leads you to light. It's windy now, but someday it'll straighten out. And it's worth it on the other side when it brings that city down.
So my takeaway for this month is just still going with that, be kind, just have compassion for people, and do for others. So don't always just think of yourself, like, how can I help someone around me? What are the needs? Be aware and listen to them. And so I hope you will join me in that. And my must-haves this month is you need an Alanna if you're going to have a party, your party planner. But if you can't have one of those or have her specifically, just follow some of the tips that she gave us for party planning. And then I will have the frother link on my YouTube channel under the uploads. So check that out, because I think you will enjoy that as well. So thank you so much, and I will see you next month. Looking forward to it. Have a great day. Bye.